All right, and welcome to a very special edition of the Jumping the Rail podcast, YouTube exclusive right here on the JTR Podcast Network. We're recording this a week early, and we're going to air this at our regular podcast time, which is a week from tomorrow. Uh, this is kind of a buffer in between last week and the start of season three, which is going to be in September. This is Mark Rebin coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined by my buddy Menders. And Menders, how are you doing? It's been a while since I talked to you.
Yeah, it's been a whole what, 5 minutes?
15 minutes, I'd say, give or take,
Oh, okay.
after a after a very successful and fun edition of the Suit Out, which you
Yep.
can find on your podcast starting, well, I guess as we're recording this tomorrow morning or
Well,
on YouTube.
actually, if you go to YouTube, you can get it like right now.
Well, yeah.
I find
Uh,
it ironic though that we're a wrestling podcast and we're recording while Dynamite is on.
right. I mean, we're still seeing what's going on, but we got no sound on there. Uh,
Right.
so what we have planned for this recording session is we're going to do a special interview with a couple of local talents, Kat Carter and Dakota Hungerford. Got his name
Correct.
right this time, Menders, unlike
I'm so proud
when I
of
tried
you.
to write it. Uh, they are running a show next Saturday on the 26th in Philo, Illinois. Whoa, hey, it's wrestling. There you see it right there. Just a few of the talents we're going to see on the show. They see a lot of our favorites from Zero One are going to be there, Menders, plus a few that I'm not real familiar with.
Oh, there's some on there I'm real familiar with
Uh-huh.
that
And
I like
we've
a lot,
Yeah, and
and
we've got
some
the
that I
whole
don't like as much.
true. Well, we've got the whole card, so when they join us, we're gonna run through the whole show uh before next Saturday. Very exciting, and I think we're working on getting Kat back on the shootout at some point
Yes.
because she is a big deal in the referee game in the independents. So,
Yes. I'm excited to talk to another referee. We had JP on before.
mhm.
Well, I guess this is all in the shootout, not on JTR. So
Right, right.
I feel
We have had
weird
a couple.
talking.
We've had a referee on JTO. We had Bill Alfonso on, so
Yeah,
that counts.
that counts.
We have a shirt that says "I Heart Rest" for God's sake. So
I
we're
know.
fans of
I own it
referee. Yeah, uh-huh. I I I kind of expected you to wear it for for the show, but
for tonight.
well, maybe for whenever we get Cat on the shootout, you have to bust that shirt out.
Oh, I will. I'll bust it out.
Yeah. Uh, so since we're doing this live and we're doing it on Wednesday, August the 16th, uh, I figure while we're waiting on the guests to come in, because I think we got a few minutes,
Yep.
I want to get your thoughts on something, Menders, that is pending on this coming SmackDown, and that is the potential retirement of Edge, who I
Yeah.
know is one of your favorites. What are we
Yes.
thinking? It's he's wrestling Sheamus, which I guess was his request. I think it'll be a fun
I
match.
well, I could see that being his request. I don't want to be. I'm going to be heartbroken again. I cried. I've cried every time he's retired.
Well, at least this
um,
time he's retiring on his
it's on
terms and
his
not
terms,
being
right?
forced out for medical reasons. So, uh,
Exactly. So
and and we don't know that that's actually happening. We don't know that it's a retirement. That's just
right.
the rumor that's going around. But it is in Toronto, and he had said last year that he wanted to retire in Toronto. So whether
Yeah.
that
So
has changed in the last year, I don't know.
yeah, and right now he's really not running with anybody right now since he's out of the Judgment Day.
Right?
But you know what? If he wants to retire, that's fine. I think I would love to see him stick behind the scenes though and
I could
help
see
the
it.
guys with storytelling.
I would love to see him go coach in NXT at the
Yeah.
PC.
Oh, that'd be so much fun. I'd be happy with that.
Yes.
Be very happy with that actually.
Well, he'd be a very useful resource for Michaels to work with down there.
Well,
And
not
there's a
to
lot of
mention helping
guys.
out the tag teams down there because
Well,
he's
that's
a
what I mean.
great,
Yeah,
yeah, great tag team. Could you imagine if he got a hold of Gallus?
that'd be
Oh,
awesome.
that'd be so fun.
I think I heard Jimmy Hart say something that if he was to ever come back and manage, he would want to manage Pretty Deadly.
I could see that.
That would be a that would be a fun combination.
It would be, but I could definitely see Jimmy Hart coming in to
It's Pretty Deadly, baby.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. Because
relocate them to Memphis like the Rougeaus.
there you go, from across the pond.
Oh my goodness. I'm
So
watching the Gates of
let me get
Agony.
your since we talked about we talked about that. I want to ask you, how do you feel about this whole CM Punk and the backstage issues going on?
Everything I'm reading, he's not doing anything wrong.
No, exactly. He's
This,
not.
all the kids backstage can't handle being told no or being told when they can do better at something.
Well, and I think we have Tony to blame for this, but because he
I
won't
agree.
tell anybody no.
Yep. Darby Allin
But
and Nick Wayne get the win in the tag match over the Gates of Agony. No big shocker there. But yeah,
I
it's like
did. I kind of thought they would. Okay, go on.
but but anyway, with Punk, it's the story I'm hearing is that he was asked to step in because Jack wanted to use glass in a spot on Collision, which didn't really need it. Was sound like it was kind of a foolhardy idea, and they asked Punk to kind of talk him out of it, from the sounds of it. And Jack took exception to it because apparently he doesn't like to take coaching
Is
from.
but is he one of the little elite
He's one of the
little
Cucamonga kids, yeah.
fanboys? Yeah, is he
He's
one
an
of
LA
the
kid.
Cucamonga kids?
He's a PWG guy, so yeah, he's one of
Yeah.
the Bucks boys.
So I love how we're hearing everything that Punk's doing wrong. Everybody's complaining about it. And I feel like our entire crew that we have in our little wrestling circle, we're all
We're
like,
the
yes,
Punk.
please tell them. Please tell them. I don't know. I just
Jeez. It's like part of me wishes Jim Cornette was like running Collision or Bully Ray,
it is
Horny
like
or Bully Ray.
It is like Jim Cornette or Bully Ray running it. Think of
What
who
the
they
fuck are
learned
you
from.
doing?
Think of who they learned from though. It was Jim
No, they
Cornette.
didn't.
Well, okay, Jim
They didn't
Cornette
learn
learned
anything.
from. Well, see, AJ agrees with us. Punk is God.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but Punk is definitely more wizened in the wrestling business than 80% of the roster.
Yeah.
I mean, I can throw Jericho in that category also, just for his veteran time and all
Here's
that.
here's the thing. If it was Jericho from WWE where he was kind of censored,
Hmm.
I was fine with Jericho. I liked a lot of the stuff he did then. Now that he has no censor, I kind of compare it in
He's
my brain as to like when Vince Russo went from when he went from WWE to WCW and killed it,
because
that
he
there
had no
was
warden
nobody
on him.
telling him no. Yeah, there was
Yeah,
nobody there to tell him no.
yeah. The reason everybody thought Russo was a genius is because Vince was filtering out all the shit.
Oh, exactly. He was
Then he goes
filtering
to
out all the
WCW.
shit, and then
Now,
yeah,
to Bischoff's credit, I guess he tried to do that, but just
but he
Russo
didn't
wouldn't
have
listen to him.
well,
He didn't have
he didn't have the
no. Yeah,
he
the
wasn't writing the paycheck.
right, and Turner wasn't really ponying up the bucks that much at that point.
Yeah,
It was Time Warner, and they couldn't care less.
right. So that's kind of where I've put Jericho in my little train of thought, which
Yeah,
isn't great, but
yeah.
it happens.
So here's some good news. We're talking here, and we're missing another MJF Adam Cole vignette at some sort of a steakhouse.
No boy, I'm kind of. I really wish they weren't making Adam Cole out to be an idiot.
I I told you they ruined Roderick Strong.
uh,
They made
it's
Roderick
killing
into a
me.
bitch. I
Yeah,
love Roderick Strong.
yeah.
He's better
Although
than all of this.
I was excited to see the Kingdom join him though, because
Yes,
that was
yes.
great.
I would like to, if
But I'm a big
as
Mike
much
Bennett
as
fan too,
well,
so
yeah. As much as I would hate to see MJF as like a 100% baby face because he's so good as a heel, if this is a ruse and Roddy and Cole join the Kingdom and put that group back together again, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. This is going to be. I don't know how you pull this off, though, with MJF, because everybody hates him and hates him in a good
No,
way.
no, they don't. They don't hate him. They laugh at his shtick. That's not a heel.
Yep.
Every time he has a cutting remark, they laugh. That's not a heel.
Yeah, I
He
know, and that's what's
he could
bothering me,
be
I think.
without the beer and the middle fingers, he could be a Steve Austin-y kind of baby face, and the fact that he'd be like going like
Well, he kind of is. Did you see what he put up to Logan Paul?
I did, yeah.
That was hilarious.
That's the only way I could get behind MJF as a baby face. I don't want to see a white meat MJF. That would
No,
be no fun.
you can't
That'd
do
make him
a
look like a
white
turd.
meat. Yeah, you
He's
can't do a white
gotta
meat.
he's gotta have that edge to him still.
Yeah, you can't do the white meat. No, 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 no.
But no, I don't. Not the comedy shit. The song and dance with Jericho back in the day was awful. The dance off with Cole and
That was
Sammy
terrible.
Garcia was horrible. Now I'm not. Now MJF can sing. He's a damn
Yes,
good singer,
he's a
and
damn
he's a
good singer.
showman. He's a
He is.
showman. But the problem is, you can't do that as a heel because you're going to get cheered because you're awesome.
Right. You got to be terrible at it, aka Jericho. I mean, no.
Jarrett,
What?
Jarrett.
What? Oh,
Hey,
Jared.
Jarrett. No, Jericho's not bad. Fozzy is good. I like Fozzy. Jarrett
Okay.
was the angle where it was he was lip
Didn't the
syncing to
Road
his
Dogg
country
sing
song.
his song back
Yeah,
in
it was
WWE
Rhodey. Yeah.
days? Yeah. None of that surprises me.
Oh, they're double clotheslining a jabroni in the back into a kiddie pool. That's good TV.
That's good. Good TV. Uh, so, hey, while we're waiting for our guests,
Hmm.
you do realize we have another independent show that we're going to hit, or I'm hoping we all hit, on September 9th. That's the next
Yeah,
hybrid show.
hybrid championship wrestling. Yeah,
So that's coming up on
we
September 9th.
we won tickets.
We did win tickets. There's 5 of
There's
us
some,
that go. There's
and we got
7
four
of us
tickets.
technically, and we got 4 of us that have tickets.
Oh, they let Tony back on TV.
Okay.
He's part of the vignette with MJF and Cole.
Oh, jeez. Does he look
I'm
as
glad it was
cracked
on
out as he
YouTube.
usually does?
He looked like he was trying not to laugh.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Get this bug off my screen. Oh my goodness. So
this
yeah,
is riveting TV right now here,
yeah,
Mark.
this is different. We're not used to doing this. Usually after the shootout's over, we just shut it down
Go
and
watch
eat,
Dynamite.
watch Dynamite. The but there's some, like I said, we were talking about hybrid. I don't have the card in front of me for that one. It's going to be a fun show. What's
I don't think
the
they have much of a card because there is a
multi-man match thing that they're pushing for that show? It's going to be Ace Perry
Ace
and
Perry's in it. Austin, Aaron,
Austin.
not Austin,
Aaron.
Aaron Atlas. I always get this. I get that
Mhm.
all mixed up at times. So.
Is Dale Patrick's in that match?
He's going to be there, but I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get him and maybe who was he with last time? Was he with
Dalton
Dalton
Davis last
Davis?
time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Ooh, we get Cobra and Sage.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm
Cobra.
kind of excited for that one because you know me, I'm a King
Oh
fan.
yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Dale Patrick's against Garrison Creed, to be honest with you.
Whew.
Oh, AJ helping out. Basically an elimination chamber, but without the chamber. Sam Knight should be in it since he won in the first one. Okay.
Damn
Damn
right,
right,
Sam
Sam
Knight.
Knight. He was somebody's pick on the fantasy draft last episode. Was that you, Menders, that picked Sam Knight?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he was. Let me double check. I have our list, so I'm excited about this. Oh God. Yes, Sam Knight was my pick. I couldn't remember if it was me or
Yes.
Bari. I think I made Bari mad because I did pick him.
Yeah, I think Bari got mad. I think he got mad at you because you picked Mickey Knuckles also.
Yeah, he did.
See, it's not a good fantasy draft if somebody doesn't yell expletives at somebody else for stealing their pick.
Let's see.
And if you
Oh,
want to hear that, if you haven't heard it yet, it's on the YouTube, it's on the podcast. from last episode, our 2-year anniversary episode slash fantasy draft. So check that out if you haven't heard it yet.
So far in that elimination match, we've got Aaron Atlas, we've got Ace Berry, and Matt Brannigan.
Okay. Oh, Brannigan, nice.
Yep, Brannigan's. That was the third one
Okay.
they announced.
Okay. Who else do you want to see in that match, Menders? Besides Sam Knight.
Wouldn't mind seeing Dalton Davis in there.
Okay. Diddly.
Avery.
Oh, Avery Hertz.
Yeah, Avery Hertz. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there
Yeah.
either.
He was impressive. I know you saw him a couple times last month. I saw him once, but did a hell of a job.
I saw him back to back because I saw him Thursday
Yeah.
night and then I saw him at Hybrid. So yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think who else we could see. I mean, we mentioned Garrison Creed. He could be an option, I suppose. Let me think.
I was gonna say because I
Jake
know we have a
Something is there.
one-on-one. You know who I wouldn't mind? I wish they would. Well, it could be Josh Crane too. If
Oh, that's
Josh
very
has a
true.
match.
Yeah.
It could be Clayton Clark. I'll call him by his actual name.
The Sheriff. At some point, I need to see Clayton and Johnny Poke as a tag team. I haven't seen them team up yet. Well, no, I haven't seen the tag team in person. Okay. I haven't seen Johnny Poke wrestle a single either. Great name, though.
I think I have seen Johnny Poke, but I can't remember.
Poke.
Shush. Oh, boy.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
What?
So, nothing. Just...
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, this is... We're kind of flying by the seat of our
pants. Did I miss a Joker Sting?
Yes, he was in the back with Prince Nana. Riveting stuff.
I know we've had this discussion, but why is Sting going to Wembley?
Because he's Sting and he's a big name, and they're trying to justify 80,000 tickets.
I don't.
And he's got to beat Swerve. You know, that's what he does. He beats the young guys for no reason.
Great.
Because it's showtime.
Mm-hmm. I'd say I think we have one weekend off in September that we don't have a wrestling show.
I think you're right.
Or that I don't have a wrestling show, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, because we got the 9th, the 23rd, and the 30th. I don't think there's anything on the 16th.
Hold on, I'll check.
AJ chiming in. Great to see young up-and-comers like Sting getting a shot.
Yeah, we get the 2nd and the 16th off.
Oh, the 2nd also. Okay. Well, that's good because I got a gig on the 2nd.
Well, that's
I won't
Labor
be able to
Day
go
weekend.
anyway.
That's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, we're camping that weekend.
Gotcha.
Tabapalooza.
Hey, shout out to Gary. I miss Gary.
Yes, I'm going to see Gary. Actually, we're playing Tabapalooza on the weekend of the 2nd and 3rd. Hopefully, we'll be able to get him back on the pod soon.
I hope so.
He does sends his best. He told me to say hey.
Good.
And I miss getting his salty takes on things because he's our grumpy old guy on the show.
He is. Hey, so I missed Raw Monday. Can you fill me in?
It was all right. It wasn't great. Like it wasn't really one to write home about.
I think I took a nap because I was really tired.
Yeah. Well, Cody and Finn had a fun match in the main event.
Okay. So I'll go back and watch it.
It seems like they're getting closer and closer to McDonough joining the Judgment Day. He seems to be popping up a little bit more, but he's not officially in yet. Let's see.
So are they kicking out Damien?
They haven't said anything.
Or is Finn going to start his own, like, quote unquote Bullet Club?
Your guess is as good as mine. I kind of think it might be McDonough kicking out Finn as a swerve.
Okay, I could see that.
I don't know though. Gunther beat Otis. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Gunther beat Otis. Gable beat Vinci. Uh,
None of that surprises me.
Kaiser is putting the moves on Maxine. Oh, apparently Piper Niven is taking Sonia's spot as tag team champion with Chelsea.
Okay. I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
I
kind
like
of came out of the
Piper.
blue. Chelsea was telling Adam Pearce that she wanted to have auditions for a new partner,
Uh-huh.
and then Piper just popped in and just said, "I'm your new partner," took the belt and walked off.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Was my guy on this week? Was my Tampa on this week?
Oh, no, he wasn't on this. I think he's still looking for Gargano.
Mm. Was Gargano
Uh,
still hurt?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think what else you might have missed. Miz was
I know
out
I
there.
missed. Well, I didn't miss. I saw Rollins' lovely shoes.
Oh yeah, there were some fine footwear. Hey, Katie talked about those on the shootout earlier.
Yeah, I think I brought them up then too.
I think you may have.
They're terrible. I'm sorry. They're
They, yeah, I don't know how you can justify like what is it, $700 for those kind of shoes.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
no,
no, thank you. I'm lucky.
no.
I'm lucky if I spend $70 on shoes, much less 700.
I'm lucky if I spend $100 on
My
shoes, if
wife
that.
said that's why my feet hurt. Hey, I'm cheap.
So, okay, do we have any big Is Wembley this weekend or next weekend?
Wembley is next weekend, the 27th.
Next
So
week. And then the
next Sunday
following weekend is All
is all
In,
out.
isn't it?
All out.
All Out.
All
I
in's
can't
Wembley,
keep
all
any of
out's
them straight.
Chicago. Yeah,
Oh,
because it's always
are
a good
they?
idea to run two giant pay-per-views at the same time.
Hey,
Well, it
Mark,
looks
I
like
think we might be. Do we have? Yeah.
are they in?
Yep, she's ready. Yep.
All right. Is she doing just audio or is she doing video also?
Uh,
Just checking. Let me see.
whoops. I don't want to yell at her.
Take the
And
caps lock off, Menders.
I did. Yes, we see you. This is great. Yes, we see you.
this is this is I guess we're gonna do better on video than audio.
No kidding. Followed the
Oh,
next week by I'll shake
shake it
it
all
all.
about.
Damn it, AJ.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. All right. I think should we bring our guest in, Menders?
Please, let's get Kat in here before we go completely crazy.
All right. Why don't you do the honors?
Okay, so our guest is Kat Carter putting on the Whoa, hey, it's wrestling in Philo this next weekend. Hi, Kat.
Hello, it's Dakota is also here with me.
Hi,
Hey,
Dakota.
Oh, hey.
what's going on?
Not much. How are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Just got back from a busy afternoon of putting up flyers and signs and all that different kind of fun pre-show stuff.
It's good to
Sounds
be on the
like fun.
hustle, that's for sure.
Yep.
So
Go ahead, Mark. I'm
how's
going
it
to let
been?
you lead this one.
Okay, so how's it been? I imagine it's your first time promoting your own show. What's it been like for you?
You know, Dakota can't really answer that question because he hasn't done most of the work.
Throw him under the bus.
You tell him, Kat.
You know, I've been stressed. I've been very, very stressed, but it's not as bad as I really thought it was going to be. Like, I feel like the most stressful part was kind of finding the talent and getting the card together, but everything else has honestly been not terrible. We just met with the venue today. We kind of got like the layout of everything in the venue. So like, it's stressful and I never want to do it again, but I don't regret starting this process. I don't know if Dakota would agree with me.
I had a lot of people because I've been talking about this for a little bit. When I finally got serious with it, I had a few people come up to me like, "Hey, are you sure about this?" Because like promoting is hard and like I wouldn't say not worth it, but like it's a real struggle, actually. But fortunately, I have an incredible partner in Kat here who's handling a lot of the, I guess, more of the detail-oriented stuff.
Right.
What'd you say? I'm the Paul Heyman to your...
Oh, the way we put it, she's the Paul Heyman to my Todd Gordon.
There you go.
I love it.
Love it. No, we were,
So-
and then you got people like us that have our podcast that were like, hey, do you guys want to promote it on our show? We'll let you.
Please, promotion, please.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've run like music shows before, and I know that was stressful, but I can only imagine wrestling shows like 3 times as stressful with all the stuff you guys have to worry about doing. But what made you decide on Philo? Was it just the convenience, or was it just something that you wanted to do something in this area specifically?
So Dakota lives in the Champaign-Urbana area. So like,
So do I.
I if I remember correctly, you just kind of emailed someplace.
Yeah, it's long story short, I just kind of sent out a cold email out like, hey, I would like to run a wrestling show. I'm looking at your venue, and they were like, oh yeah, sure. We get information. They've been incredibly helpful. Actually, they've been super cool about the whole thing.
It was funny too because I was talking to two of the 01 faithful, Mauve and Floyd, and Floyd actually runs stuff out of that place as well. I think he runs like trivia nights out of there, he said. So like he was talking to me about it, like, how'd you guys get into contact with them? And I'm like, honestly, Dakota just sent him an email. But he was super helpful because he ended up like letting us know about the area and like letting us know like places we should flyer and like kind of, it was very nice because like I don't live in this area. I live 3 hours away from here. So it was nice to have like an inside man to kind of help us a little bit with some of this.
Mm-hmm.
I like Floyd.
Floyd, I'm forever grateful to Floyd.
Yeah. But yeah.
Big shout out. But Philo specifically, I don't know. Champaign-Urbana is obviously the major city around here. It's a college town, so obviously there's more people here, but there's also a lot more transient, I guess. It's so I figured Philo is outside of town. It's not too far away that hopefully people will trickle in, but that also makes like parking and like a bunch of the other logistics way easier when it's, you know, a village instead of, you know, a college town.
Right.
I can understand that. That's a big thing, especially right now for me, because being in the wheelchair, it's like I can't walk too far. Dang it!
Now that I'm pretty sure there's a ramp there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the venue also has like a daycare in it or something. So I'm like, I hope they have a ramp of some sort.
It's
I'm sure
like
they do.
Converted school or something. It was like an old elementary school.
Like otherwise, I'm sending the 01 green kids to carry you up the stairs, Menders.
Yes.
There you go.
You got the angler and the glitch lifting you up.
Okay, that doesn't sound as great anymore. Never mind.
That's not great for kayfabe purposes, but you know, it's all good. So, has 01 been helping you out with? I know usually they'll rent out like rings and things like that. Are they kind of giving you a hand with that, or are you kind of keeping it all in house?
Oh no, we are renting 01's ring, and they are also letting us use their entranceway and their sound equipment.
We're using all their stuff. They've been super helpful in all this.
Yeah, Dave and the crew have been very, very helpful, and like it makes sense to choose them anyway because I'm a mainstay there, and Dakota is there whenever he's able to, and I feel like I consider them one of my like regular home promotions. So I think it's good to just also be able to work with them. And I mean, like Mattoon's not that far away from Philo, so like it really just it's not a far drive. Like there's some crossover between fans. Like it's It's all going to work out, and it's all going to be very nice.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
fine.
We're very grateful to
hear-
0-1.
I can hear the stress in her voice. Kat, it'll be fine.
I'll cry about it in the shower when I get home. It's fine.
There you go.
Everything is
So,
just fine.
So for those that don't know, Kat is one of the. If you go to an independent show in this area, odds are Kat's going to be refereeing there. So I have to ask, are you going to be reffing on this show also, or is you just putting your promoter hat on?
I guess we'll see when the day comes. I was gonna ref, but now I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna be so stressed running this show. I don't know. You might see an appearance by High Voltage Cat depending on how I'm feeling. You never know, so we'll see.
Ah, that'll be fun. See if you can talk High Voltage into coming. That'd be great.
I'll make sure Dakota has to wrestle and get his butt kicked. So
Cool. Yeah, thanks. Like, I don't have enough to deal with on the day.
Well,
So,
I
Mark,
have
why
the
don't we
card in
let's
front of
see.
me.
Let's run through the card because I know there's
All right,
some
let's
people
run.
here that don't know everybody that's on the card. So maybe you guys can
Right,
fill us
right.
in on some of the ones that we
And
aren't
there's
as
some
familiar
people on
with.
here that I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, there's some
I do have one more match that I am going to be announcing on Friday. So that is the only one we will not be touching base on.
Okay.
But I can definitely
Okay.
go through all of the other matches with you.
Well, we
let me
actually went
pull
through
up
and
the.
we pulled all the
I
pictures,
pulled them all up.
so we can
So I'll
put them
do
up
them.
on the screen.
Oh,
Let's do them one
that's
at
so
a time
fancy.
here.
I love
Ooh.
that.
I know I'm big on the production value here. So first one we got here, Florida Man against Cold Stone Tim Boston. I haven't seen either one of these guys, so
I've
this is
seen
a new
both
one for
of
me.
them. I've seen both of them.
Oh, man, you are in for a treat.
This a sweet treat.
Ah.
Pun fully intended on that one.
Exactly. I say, Mark, Reb, I'll fill you in a little bit. Tim Boston is all about ice cream, so it's great.
I figured by the name, Cold Stone, you know.
Well, and that's actually an ice cream scoop that is there in the picture with him.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'll be
It's a
darned.
big one.
It's a big one.
Served
But-
up
All right.
scoops of ass whooping at our show.
There you go. So why don't you
And
guys
for
tell us
Florida
about these
Man-
two? I know we saw Florida. I saw Florida Man a couple weeks ago. I wasn't at the show, but I watched it on IWTV, which was Florida Man up at Dreamwave. So I got to see him teaming up with Dan the Dad and Warhorse. So that was interesting.
Florida Man is definitely quite a character. And when I realized we had two people like this who were going to be coming to our show, I was like, it only really makes sense to just put them together
You
and
got
just have fun.
two bombastic personalities, and Cold Stone Tim Boston and Florida Man.
Florida Man Bailey Bright,
who is hard to describe. If you haven't seen Florida Man, the graphic here gives you a good little taste, but
yeah, it's gonna be fun. That is like the best way to put it. It's gonna be a fun match.
Is
yeah,
that
I'm
a
glad
lawn
you guys
chair?
started with this one because I'm saying this one right here is probably my match of the night. This is the one I might be most excited for.
Yeah, that's a lawn chair.
Yeah. I don't know how much
That's a lawn
damage that
chair,
chair's gonna do.
We don't know either, man. Florida Man does what Florida Man does.
He's an enigma.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on to the next match that I've got here. The Luminary, our old friend Jacques Kennedy, taking on Count Noctis. And I am not familiar with Count Noctis. I know all about Luminary from 0-1, but tell me a little bit about Count Noctis.
Count Noctis is actually someone who I have been on a couple Naptown shows with over in Indianapolis. He recently moved to Indiana from Las Vegas, where he was like a mainstay at like a lot of the bigger companies in the Vegas area. And now he's in the Midwest, and I want to take full advantage of that. But he's essentially a vampire.
Oh.
And I thought the idea of the light versus the darkness just made sense. And these are two young talent who I feel are really just going to have like a hard-hitting, explosive, just like give it all they got match. And I'm really excited for this one. I think this one's probably gonna be my match of the night.
Nice.
Well, we all know the Luminary, so it's kind of like we know what the Luminary can do. So I'm interested to see what Count Noctis can do.
Oh
So,
yeah, I wanted, and it's and I love the Luminary, so I wanted to give them someone who was different because I feel like they do wrestle a lot of the same people, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But in our area, there's not a ton of diversity, I guess.
Right.
And I really feel like this is someone because they've never wrestled before. And I want to make sure to give them an opponent who was going to give them a challenge and was going to just push them to a limit that I don't think they've been pushed to in a little while.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited for it.
Very nice. All right. Well, let's move on.
Big hype for vampire versus forest creature. Some sci-fi channel stuff here.
Also, it should be pointed out this is going to be for the 01 USA Shining Light Championship. Also,
yes, it is.
Okay, a little bit of that co-branding there.
Yeah, co-branding, co-promotion.
And that's assuming that Jacques still has it, correct?
Yes, because they do have a big challenge with Mad Dog Connolly this upcoming Saturday.
Yeah. We just talked about this upcoming Saturday on our previous podcast, so we really we're gonna cross show now.
Well,
that's that ever important phrase on there. You see, card subject to change.
Right, right, well, exactly.
That's been true of our podcast sometimes also. Well, speaking of having a title match, 01 USA Junior Heavyweight Championship, Victor Analog against the Generalissimo MERC. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yep, Generalissimo Merc.
Glory be.
Merc. Okay, the asterisk threw me off. I thought maybe it's one letter at a time, but
I know
he's got to be unique. He's got to have his own little spelling of his name. Not to discredit him at all, because Merc is very cool.
Yeah, but I know AJ, one of our loyal listeners on here, he's really excited for this match.
Oh, that is fantastic to hear.
So yeah, he's been waiting. There you go. There's his comment.
Uh-oh.
I've been wanting to see Merc in person for a long time. Glory be.
There we go. This is gonna be really exciting.
Yeah,
Merc is out in like Germany.
Yeah, he's on a tour of the UK right now, just like killing it at like WXW and a couple other promotions. So like,
nice.
I think he's coming back to the US on like the 20th. So he's gonna be jet lagged and angry by the time our show comes around.
And I guess should be pointed out. This is depending on if Victor retains over Warhorse on Saturday.
Yes, Victor is definitely going to have a rough 2 weeks on his hands, going from Warhorse to Merc, who is like 6'6" or 6'7". Like,
he's that big,
huge dude.
Oh my!
I love Victor, but I gotta challenge him sometimes.
Well, he wouldn't have it any other way, right?
Exactly.
He's a natural competitor. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one here. Jax Johnson and the Ryan Matthews versus the Tragedy Boys. Now, I recognize Gaston LaRue. Who's the bigger fella there with him, Menders?
That is Saturn Price. That is one of the other members of the Tragedy Boys. I believe it's Saturn Price, Gaston LaRue, and Percy Drews are the three members off the top of my head that I know from the Tragedy Boys.
Okay.
I'd say Gaston doesn't like me. It's kind of a BA and me. It's like a BA and me situation. So he doesn't like me. But that's okay. That just means I get to add more drama to the show. It'll be a good time.
Exactly.
I don't think he likes many people.
No. The Tragedy Boys are known for their mean streak. And if you've never seen Jax Johnson and the Ryan Matthews, they are quite the egotistical team in their own right. So I'm very interested to see how this is going to play out with the two of them.
Very nice.
Wow. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. Well, I'm excited to see Gaston get beat up a little bit. It's always my favorite, but
You got a few of those, Menders.
I do. There's some people I just love to see them get slapped around. It's great.
Yeah,
He's
you
got a
cackle
punchable
like a
face, I'll
lunatic
admit
sometimes.
it.
Do what, Cat?
He's got a nice punchable face.
Exactly. It's a beautiful punchable face.
I wonder if he's gonna have that big book with him like he did at
Oh, I'm
Hybrid.
sure he'll have his stupid book with him. I've tried to steal the book a couple of times, but we won't talk about that.
That's a story for another day.
Exactly.
All right. Well, what's next? We got a ladies match here. Ashlyn Alexander, who we're familiar with from 0-1, taking on Jade Blackwell, who that's a new one to me. I'm not familiar with Jade Blackwell.
Yeah, Jade Blackwell is actually from Zawa, which is the same, I guess, home company that I'm from up in northwestern Illinois.
Okay.
She's the first female graduate from the Zawa school, and
Who's the trainer up there, Dakota?
Trainer up there, Christian Rose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love Christian.
Everybody loves Old Evil.
Yes.
Jade Blackwell, she's been doing this about a year, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
So she's relatively new, but she's fiery. She's looking to impress.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know a whole lot about Ashlyn Alexander, but I am excited for this match.
I see AJ's comment right here, and he's 100% right.
Yes, he is.
Ashlyn has a killer lariat. She's the queen of the lariats.
Yeah.
So
I love it. That I'll tell you what, when we've seen her down at 0-1, and when she did the lariat the first time, all of us were like, "Oh, we love it!" We were
Yes.
all
Oh, yeah.
super excited about it. So
She's a lady hoss, as I say. You know,
yes.
I'm a fan of the hoss fights. So, all right. Moving on. There you go. Roy the Strangler Lewis and Mad Dog Connolly, and we're big on Connolly over
yeah,
here.
good luck, Roy.
Yeah, good luck to the fans.
Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
this is going to be a brawl.
Is this the one I need to go hide?
If of anything,
Take the brakes off.
Yeah.
This is the one you're gonna want to,
Take
stay
the
out
brakes
late on your feet for.
I can't stay light on my feet, dang it.
Yeah, Dakota.
Just take the brakes
Best
off.
choice of
And,
words.
We're gonna.
I'll take the brakes off. How's that?
Good idea.
I'll be having my all my lackeys, or my help, as I call them at times, getting me out of the way.
Your entourage.
so
My
if
entourage, there you go.
so if Mad Dog beats Jacques on Saturday, will this be for the Shining Light Championship?
Yes.
Okay.
I will discuss it with Mad Dog Connolly as best as I can.
I figure we have to talk to 0-1 about that one, but
You think I've talked to 0-1 about any of this?
Well, I imagine they got to sanction the title matches at very least.
I guess so, but
I mean, we recognize it. That's enough,
yeah.
right?
So
Yes, I
Plus
mean,
we read.
if 0-1 and if I can have a conversation with Mad Dog Connolly, that's more than just then this
Just
will
get
be a Shining Light title match. Should he
just
win
get a nod out of him.
on Saturday?
Let's say get a nod out of him. That's about all you need.
Exactly. Honestly, as long as he doesn't hit me with the chain, that's really all that matters.
Not like he hasn't before.
Tell me about it.
The first 0-1 show I ever went to was about a year and a half ago, and Menders caught me in the like before the show started, and she just said, "Watch out for the chain." That's all she said, because where David put me was right by the entranceway. And sure enough, first match on the pre-show, here comes. Well, not even here comes Connolly. First off, the chain came through the curtain and landed about 3 or 4 feet from where I was, and then out comes Connolly, and then yeah, I kind of had to keep my head on a swivel. I think I would have left the wife at her seat and hightailed it out of there.
I chuckled because I watched him the entire time when I heard Conley's music hit. I thought, uh-oh. I was like, well, I warned him.
Yeah, hey, you did, and I've always got my head. I'm ready to get out of the way whenever I see Connolly coming. So
I do believe
this one-
it's funny whenever we see Conley come out in a match. I think everybody in our little group that goes to wrestling, Kat knows who I'm talking about. Dakota, you might even know who I'm talking about because you've been at 0-1 shows a couple times. But my little group, every time Conley comes in or comes out, we all grab our stuff and set it in our laps so we're ready if we need to move.
You got to stay prepared.
You got to stay prepared.
We're always prepared with Conley.
Yeah.
That's definitely
Hey,
for sure.
we have a shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees, and you've probably seen it because 01 has their own version of it. Yeah, but it just says "Get your shit and move,"
Yes.
which is
I
the
love
universal
that
rule
one.
of independent wrestling.
Yeah. If it's heading your way, if it looks like it's heading your way, it probably is. Get your shit and move. What's the next match, Mark?
All right, we got tag team action here. The Hate Keepers against Constant Headache, and we just had Kenny Calix on the shootout right before we got on with you guys.
Oh,
And,
perfect.
Nice little bit of synergy there.
Yeah.
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 And he's
I'm-
very excited about this match. It sounds like doing a lot of tape study. He said.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one that I personally wanted to make sure happened because I love Anakin Murphy and I love Kenny Calix, and their style is just going to pair so well with Shane Boucher and Jordan Marston, Jay Marston,
Mhm.
who are Black and the Brave kids, who are very
Okay.
like hard hitting, very like they
I love
wrestle very
them.
similarly to Anakin and Kenny, and this is just going to be like a great match. Like, I don't know. I hate that I can't use a more descriptive word for it, but these are like four people who I don't think have ever faced each other in a tag team match before. And I'm very excited to see how this turns out.
I was super
Yeah, I don't-
excited to see Jay on the card. I haven't seen Jay since he wrestled down Noble for 01, and I'm super excited to see Jay again.
He's like my little brother. I gotta throw him a bone sometimes.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, well, I know Kenny said he hasn't faced either one of these guys. I'm not sure about Anakin, so it's definitely something to keep an eye out for.
Anakin may have fought Jay around.
I believe Anakin has wrestled Jay Marston.
Okay.
I don't believe he's wrestled Shane Boucher.
Yeah, I don't think I didn't think he had Shane, but I thought he had Jay. So yeah, I was
It
excited.
probably
about
happened
that.
in a New Wave show at some point.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Most likely,
And
yeah.
just for my information, which one is Shane and which one is Jay?
Shane Boucher is the one with the beads. He's the Cajun kid.
Okay.
Then Jay Marston is the one in the back with the vest.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, there's a lot of new
our
faces
fact
on this
checker-
card.
Our fact checker.
What?
Our fact
Uh-oh.
checker.
AJ, Anakin was in a 5-way with Jay and New Wave Pro once that I remember. AJ says.
And if he saw
There
it,
we
then I saw
go.
it. So,
I knew
yeah.
I was vaguely right.
But yeah, I'm real excited for this match. There's another one coming up too that I'm excited for.
Yeah. Well, you're also a big Constant Headache fan, Menders. So
I am. Well, I'm wearing a Kenny Calix shirt. What do you expect?
that's very true. Yeah, I'm kind of I'm out of touch because I'm wearing my low life shirt right now. But you know.
Yeah, you are out of touch, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's a little out of touch. I don't know if I can approve of that shirt.
See?
AJ adds, I want to say Victor Ubermensch and Shane were the other three in that match.
Oh, okay.
Dang. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, AJ is handy to have
yeah.
around.
AJ's real handy to have around.
That's nice.
Yeah, see that. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't want to say too many good things because then we'll have to start paying him. But
Yeah. And we don't even get paid, so no, we're not
No.
paying him.
I'll buy him a water at the show. That's only it.
There you go.
All right, we have one more match on the list that I've got here, so let's get into that. You mentioned Christian Rose. Those damn Coyotes are coming, and they're taking on Nick King and Orion Starlight. So, I mean, we know Christian. He's got a booking over in Oakwood that night, so he wasn't going to be there. But you've got the other Coyotes, so that's a good pull for you guys.
Absolutely. This is one of the ones that I wanted to make sure happened here because I love TDC. Damien Deschain, incredible technician in the ring. Berna, you know that he's Berna.
He's Berna. But I knew Dakota would want TDC on the card, and from my time down in St. Louis Anarchy, Nick King and Orion Starlight are two people who I've watched a lot of their wrestling and their matches, and I'm like, I want to see a cool first time matchup, and I want to give TDC somebody new that they haven't faced before. So I should have sent you guys the new graphic with Nick King not
Wearing Mickey Mouse.
shirts.
Hey,
Yeah,
as
you
long as
got-
it's not in the highlighter gear, I'm cool with it. But whatever.
I don't know. certain people, I'm not going to name names, had something to say about the Mickey Mouse shirt, but you know.
We do have proper pictures. It's just,
Yes.
yeah.
We have a cooler graphic.
Oh well.
Hey, Johnny Ramone used to wear a Mickey Mouse shirt, so it's fine with me.
There we go.
Well, see, and then
yeah,
Orion,
it works for me.
Reb, we saw up at Iron Spirit Pro in the Champagne show
Yes.
because he fought Kenway.
Okay.
Yes, and
Okay.
I refereed that match.
That was the match when they almost took
in my
you out.
lap. Remember, I was in the wheelchair and they landed in my lap because Kenway turned around, looked at me, and says, "You need to move." And I'm like, "Ow!"
Okay.
And then he's like, "Oh crap, you can't."
Oh no.
Yep. Sure can.
A rare soft side of Kenway. In
A rare soft side of Kenway.
And he'll never let you see it again.
No, probably not. Probably not. But that's okay because I saw soft side of Orion that night too. Because both of them were really. Are you sure you're? Yes, I'm sure I'm fine. I go to plenty of wrestling matches. I know
Not
what
your
to
first
expect
rodeo.
being in the front row.
Yeah,
I've only
we
had a
didn't
few
plan
of
on being at the in front of the entranceway. That's the only miscalculation we had.
Mm-hmm.
But
I will make sure you guys have a nice Menders. You have a nice spot on the end of the row.
Okay, that sounds great. That's all I really need. So yeah. Well, and actually, Reb won't be able to make it.
now I've got a commitment that I'm not going to be able to get out of. But I was going to ask also, are you guys going to be able, or we show this anywhere? Is it going to stream like on 01's Patreon or IWTV or anything like that?
We are not streaming it anywhere like live, but I know we do have Prophet of Ash, who used to do the recordings for New Wave, and we're gonna have him there doing all the filming. And I honestly think like my plan is just upload this on YouTube, so it's free and it's viewable for anybody who wants to enjoy it.
So
Free
is there
and
going to be
viewable are two of my
more?
favorite things.
Yeah, free and YouTube. But are you guys going to try to start like a whole new promotion, or is this
No.
going to be?
Oh God, no!
No,
Oh, Menders, no!
Please, I'm never doing this again.
No, I almost regret this.
Oh.
I'm sure it's gonna go just fine day of.
Right.
Nothing ever goes bad the day of a wrestling show, but
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be worth it. I keep telling myself it'll be worth it.
Yeah, this is a great experience, and I'm glad I'm doing it. But oh my God, I never want to do this again.
Well, I hate to hear that because they need something around Champaign. I feel like I know there's Terre Haute, there's Mattoon, there's Bloomington, Peoria, but I feel like Champaign's like in the center, and they need something in that area too.
I mean,
If only there was a promoter from Champaign that could run shows here.
We hate Tony Khan, if you couldn't tell.
Not hate. I have a strong dislike of Tony Khan.
We have a
I don't
strong
hate
dislike.
anybody.
Oh no, this is a terrible time to tell you we invited Tony Khan to the show.
Oh, well, don't tell him. You might not want to tell him that we're going to be there. We're pretty sure he listens to the show on occasion, but you never know.
If that's the case, Menders, wear your.
Definitely tapped into things like these. He seems pretty tight.
Oh, he's got his finger on the pulse. Yeah, if he's there, Menders, you got to have your fast food booking shirt on.
Oh, I can do that. I could do that. We've come up with quite a few interesting shirts. One of them is Tony Khan's fast food booking T-shirt. It's what does it say? Like 3 million stories.
3 million stories told, no content or something like that.
Yeah, no content required.
Yeah, there's just a few of them. We got PWTs, we got Brainbuster tees, so we got all kinds of shirts.
And of course, we have Independent Wrestling Matters. That one's probably my favorite serious shirt that we have.
The most important one of all.
Exactly.
I think we need to get some of those made and actually have them at the gimmick tables for the 01 shows at some point.
Yeah. I gotta pick one up.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yes. So, are we going to see the two of you guys on Saturday in Mattoon by any chance?
I will be there. I believe Dakota has some prior engagements.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm busy that night.
Yep, but I will be there, and that's more important than anything else. So
she knows more of what's going on than I do.
Oh no, Kat and I could probably sit down and have a real good talk about 01 sometime.
Oh, don't get me started.
We'll have to have you on the shootout soon, and then we can actually just do a deep dive into 0-1.
There we go. We'll get you on the shootout.
That's going to be a loaded episode.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun episode. I think it's going to be great because we have our opinions and everybody else has their opinions. And then, of course, we have our chat friends that are hilarious.
Sometimes we get some of the boys on the chat arguing with each other during the show, which is entertaining.
Oh,
fun.
fantastic.
All right.
We had what? The Glitch, BA tonight. Who else did we have?
BA, Glitch,
Jared
Jared
Allen.
I think that was all the wrestlers that were on. Usually we have like Devontae, we'll have Chan jump in
CMC,
there.
Rob,
Jordan sometimes.
Jordan, depending on who's on.
Yeah, it can 5-star as a regular.
5-star. Except
Yeah.
he wasn't on tonight.
He wasn't on it. He must have been busy. All right. Well, Woah, it's wrestling on August 26th at the R.E. Franks Meeting and Banquet Center in Philo. Doors open at 5. Bell is at 6. Kids 6 and under free. Interesting. That's a heck of a
Hey,
deal.
wrestling's for the kids.
That's
It
right.
Gotta bring them in somehow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have we missed anything? I know you said you got one more match you're going to announce on Friday, but other than that, have we covered everything on this show?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. Fantastic. Well, it looks like it's going to be a hell of a show. I'm sorry I'm going to miss it live, but I'm going to definitely catch it when you put it up on the YouTube.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate the support, whether live or even just have you guys having us on here is support, and we appreciate it.
I'd say it's me and part of my entourage, and my mom is actually coming.
Oh
What-
my goodness,
Sweet.
that is so exciting.
My mom she's not a wrestling fan. She's bringing me up for the simple fact I can't drive yet. So,
Has she been warned about Connolly?
not yet, but I will make sure she is warned and ready.
She'll get at least 10 minutes of warning.
At least.
There
Well, it's a 35-minute drive up, so she'll get 35 minutes worth of
we
warning.
go.
Well, I take that it'll be her first bigger show on a Saturday. She's been down to one of the Thursday night throwdowns for 0-1. I took her down there. Well, she took me down there. But yeah, so poor things had to go to wrestling shows here recently, and it's not her thing, but she sits and watches it with me all the time. She'll be like, "Wait, why is?" I'm like, "Just don't, just don't."
just take it all in.
Just take it in. It'll be fine, Mom. She's like, okay.
Greatest show on earth, I say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you guys have anything else you want to throw out there before we let you go?
No, I think we've covered a lot of our bases, honestly. If anyone listening does want to reserve some tickets, we will have some at the door. Or you can email us at woaheyitswrestling, all one word, at gmail.com. And I can get some tickets reserved for you guys too.
All right.
Sounds
Sounds
great.
good. Well, we appreciate you guys coming on with us and talking about this. Like I said, it sounds going to be a really good show. And yeah, hopefully you guys get a great turnout and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Oh, of course.
Have a good night, guys.
You
Yep,
too.
have a good one.
See ya.
Bye. I told you that one was going to be fun. I'm
It was
so
a good
excited.
one.
We need to get Kat on the shootout. I think it would be
Yes.
so much fun.
Yes. So now I'm curious what the next match is going to be that they announce on Friday.
Me too.
I wonder if it's going to have something to do with a certain high voltage, possibly. You never know.
I'm hoping because high voltage is on the poster.
Yeah.
So
I wonder, and like I said, I'm totally spit. I don't have no idea who it's going to be. I'd love to see Mega B come back.
ooh, could be Mega
Uh,
B. We don't know what
could
happened.
be.
They buzzed off, and we have no idea
They
what
buzzed
happened to
off.
them.
Back to the hive.
Yep.
Well, Menders, let me say we pay a couple bills and then we'll get out of here. Thanks to everybody that's catching this on YouTube or on the podcast here. But let's get into this here. ProWrestlingTees.com/JTR pod for all of your jumping the rail and 0-1 shootout t-shirt needs. Like I said, this is just a few of them. Very easy to find, reasonably priced, I think. Nothing too crazy. Also, we have the new Prodigy shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees. I just think it's maybe my best work as far as t-shirt design goes.
You think it is. I still have the Menders with the spoon shirt.
Yes,
That
that
I
one
still
is
need
on
to get.
Brainbuster. That one's on brainbustertees.com/other
Yep.
slash JTR dash podcast dash network. And there you see it right there, second from the top on the right side. Menders with the spoons.
Right on my face.
And
Along with the
yeah,
Giddy Mindy. I love the Giddy
yeah,
Mindy.
you got Giddy Mindy. We got this is mostly shootout stuff. You got our JTR Army shirt. We got the network logo shirt. We have the Heart Foundation shirt there. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's all
Don't
kinds of cool
forget Gold
stuff.
Rush.
Oh yeah, and we got Gold Rush, our YouTube show I do with Javari Sinclair about all things championship belts every other Friday, usually, unless something changes. So keep an eye out for that. You can catch all this stuff on Facebook, and the shootout and jumping the rail are both on X, I guess you call it now. It feels weird saying that.
Twitter, X, whatever.
Yeah, and yeah, but if you want to get some cool merch, that's where you get it. And then if you see us at the 01 show, we do have a gimmick table. We got a few shirts and stickers and things like that there also. Uh, Menders, I know this kind of goes against our usual schedule, but I'm glad we hung on and pulled this one off this evening. Uh, like I said, instead of a live jumping the rail broadcast on Tuesday, this is just going to drop on next Thursday as a podcast, as kind of instead of having a dead air or a repeat, just kind of a little bonus thing. So, uh,
Sounds good to me.
yeah, and then it'll air a couple days before the show that we just talked about. So, if you can make it to Philo, do it. I think it's like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Are
And
you going to put it up,
Menders,
talk about our other YouTube special we're going to have coming up?
oh yes. So on Saturday night after the 01 show, we're actually going to do a special sit down chat with Warhorse that we're going to make a YouTube exclusive uh, show. I'm going to put up like probably on Sunday, and that's going to be a lot of fun. He might be a little wound up. He's got a big junior heavyweight championship match that night with Victor Analog. So you never know. We might be talking to a new champ. It's hard to
We
say.
might be talking to the 3-time junior weight champ.
Thrice, yes.
3 times.
So
But
so keep.
I don't know. I really don't know. For nostalgia's sake, I hope so, but I really
Well, you
think
know,
Winter's going to keep a hold of it.
I'm a Victor guy. I gotta go
Yep.
with Victor as much as I like Warhorse. But
Well, we'll have plenty of Slim Jims
yeah,
for him. So
we had plenty of opinions about this show on the shootout today, so go check that out on YouTube, or tomorrow morning it'll drop as a podcast on Spotify, Audible, Amazon. So check it out there. And yeah, I think that's about all the business we got to cover on this very special episode, Menders. So what do you say we get out of here?
let's get out of here. Have we?
All right.
We haven't completely missed Dynamite yet, but we're
No,
close.
well, I've got it going in the background here. We
Okay.
missed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre match.
Darn. Shucks.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's
Well,
the thing. You're telling that to the girl that kind of gets annoyed with gimmick matches. Although I am
uh-huh.
excited for the one that's going to be on. Whoa, it's a wrestling show. So that would be Cold Stone
Oh, okay.
and
Florida Man.
Florida Man. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, with that, what do you say we get out of here, Menders? So we will see you live in 3 weeks with the start of season 3 of the Jumping the Rail podcast. If you want to join us on the shootout next Wednesday, we'll be joined by the chairman, Jordan Perry, formerly of the Lowlifes. And then I think we have a new Gold Rush episode next Friday where we're talking about the WCW World title from 91 to 93. So that'll be a lot of fun. But until then, for Menders, this is Reb reminding you all life is hard, work stiff, and we will see you later.